I am Danny, and welcome to my channel, Danovator, where my experiences become your adventure. In this video, I decided to travel along US Highway 82 through Atkinson County, Georgia. This video started off strange. I had no proper Danovator introduction, and because of this possible haunted dirt road I encountered at the end of my adventure, I almost had no proper conclusion either. Atkinson County is located in the southeast region of Georgia. My adventure starts in Willacoochee. Behind me is the old McCranie Turpentine still. It is located west of town. It was built in 1936 by three of the local McCranie brothers. The damage done to its adjacent log cabin and surrounding woods was a result of the September 26, 2024 landfall of Hurricane Helene. Helene's wrath started in Florida, leaving a path of destruction which included Atkinson County and continued up into the southern Appalachians. The Turpentine still closed in 1942 when two of the oldest brothers went off to war. Hopefully soon they will reopen this historical site back to the public. Well, let's go explore Willacoochee. Dollar Generals seem to be a safe spot to park. Yes, that was a rooster. In the 1920s, this building was the local schoolhouse. It later became a coat factory. Well, let's go over and check out this old church. This unique log building was once used as an old library. It is now used as the New Life thrift store. Hurricane Helene left its mark on the thrift store and on the church next door. The local roofing companies will be busy for a while. The Willacoochee Christian Church was built in 1954. This building appears to be the old Masonic Lodge. Located in front of the Masonic Lodge is a T-33 jet known as the Shooting Star. First flown in 1948, this type of airplane was used by both the U.S. Air Force and the U.S. Navy. It was placed here in the memory of U.S. Air Force Major General John R. Polk and U.S. Navy Captain Don E. Perkins, two pilots who were born in Willacoochee, making it an appropriate aircraft for this static display. The winds of Hurricane Helene removed the canopy. Located a few steps from the T-33, I want to go look at this old house. I like that orange dome roof. Behind City Hall, I noticed the Willacoochee Water Tower. I decided to make my way over to it. I passed by a few abandoned old homes. The Willacoochee Water Tower. I'm going to head back up into town. This old house is still holding up well. Behind me is Sambo's, one of the premier places to eat here in Willacoochee. Willacoochee was incorporated as a town in 1889. A lot of the buildings through here, according to the tax accessory website, were built in the early 1900s. Willacoochee in Creek Indian language means home of the Wildcats, so this sign is unique. A lot of the businesses through here are now closed down. Behind the storefronts is a street named McCranie Avenue. I am sure it's named after the McCranies who ran the Turpentine still. The tax assessor website had this house being built in 1890. And over by this red caboose is the public library. Willacoochee is unique because it has that Turpentine steel, it has that T-33 aircraft, and it has this red caboose. The old caboose is all locked up. Well, let's head over to our next community. On the left side of US 82 is a mountainous landfill. As we continue traveling east on US 82, we pass through the unincorporated community of Kirkland. Just off of Highway 82 is the remnants of the old Kirkland School. I had read that this building was probably built in the 1920s. Located next to the old school is an old church. This old church has its own cemetery. It is heartbreaking to see all this damage. Carl Wendell Wood was a talented guitarist and member of this church. Kirkland Church was built in 1890. It also has damage to its roof. Across the road from the old church, I found this unique cemetery plot. As I leave Kirkland, I get a glimpse of what I believe is the old post office. And now I arrive at Pearson, which is the county seat of Atkinson. Let's explore the old part of Pearson, which lies along Highway 82. I noticed the rotating barber pole. Back in the Middle Ages, red and white represented the practice of bloodletting, but in this case, the red, white, and blue represents patriotism. At the end of this road, I noticed an old-fashioned car wash with its own unique mural. It appears to still be in use. My adventure today through Atkinson County showed the wrath of Hurricane Helene. Just look at this custom fencing and this brick column. It's located in front of the once Hotel Malone. This amazing building was built in 1916. It now appears to be used as an apartment. The Atkinson County Fire Department is located beside the Malone. And just a few steps away from the fire department is the historical Atkinson County Courthouse. On this day, it appears to be in the process of restoration. Today is incredible because I was able to get a rare opportunity to see the clock tower up close. And to add, this courthouse was built in 1920. I found this funeral home beside the courthouse, along with its Cadillac hearse. This was an old service station. The fuel pumps are now replaced with flour containers. The Pearson Traditional Methodist Church has a spectacular sanctuary. East of the church are these buildings used by the Atkinson County school system. This is where you'll find the old Pearson Public School, which appears to have been built in 1920, according to a granite wall placard. While heading back towards US Highway 82, I passed by a few abandoned homes and a few amazing homes. Over to the right is Pearson's Fitness Center. Here's US Highway 82, where our adventure took place today. And across the highway is this abandoned building, which was once the Waddell Furniture Company. While admiring this ghostly figure at the A.J. Steele's Deals, little did I know, things were about to get a little eerie for real.
Let's finish this Atkinson County adventure by going to a few historical cemeteries.
At least, that was the plan. Leaving Pearson, I headed south to my first planned cemetery destination. This dirt road leads to a unique cemetery. At first, everything seemed fine, but soon the path turned into deep sand and my car started dragging on high points and the ruts. Before I knew it, I lost traction and became stuck. At that moment, I felt my adventure was over. All I wanted was to get pulled back to the main road and return to my home, which was hours away. After calling the sheriff department, they connected me with Williams Towing and Recovery. It was getting late, and as I was waiting for the tow truck, I began to remove the peak of the rut with my hands. I was trying to do whatever I could to make my pull backwards easier. I was a filthy mess. Less than an hour later, the towing service arrived. When I told the driver where I was headed, he surprised me with an unexpected offer. He said the church and cemetery was just ahead, and it would actually be easier to pull me forward, let me film, and then he would ensure that I would return back to the highway safely. I thanked him over and over for his patience and for allowing me to complete my adventure. 1 out of 2 cemeteries was definitely better than none. This church was built in 1889 on what is known as the Kennard Trail. The Kennard Trail was an Indian pathway that later became a stagecoach relay station. This is one of many trucks that is removing debris caused by Hurricane Helene. This wooden structure was used for an outdoor buffet table for meal gatherings at the church. This cemetery is well known in the area for this Confederate soldier statue. It is located beside the graves of Martin and Leonora Corbitt. Martin was Pearson's first mayor and was a Confederate soldier. And, as with many places throughout Atkinson County, there's reminders of Hurricane Helene.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed my video today of us exploring Atkinson County. Now it's time that I go get cleaned up after getting stuck on that dirt road. So I'll see y'all the next time.